In the 5th century BCE, a king was born in the heart of Sparta, destined to become a legend etched in the annals of history. His name was Leonidas, meaning lion-like, and true to his name, his courage roared across the battlefields of ancient Greece. Sparta, a city-state renowned for its military prowess, trained their 7 in the art of warfare, but Leonidas was no ordinary Spartan. His lineage traced back to the mythical hero Heracles, granting him not just royal blood, but a legacy of strength and valor. The Persian Empire, vast and powerful, stretched its arms across much of the known world. In 480 BCE, under the rule of King Xerxes, a colossal Persian army descended upon Greece, intent on crushing the fragmented city-states under its immense power. The freedom of Greece hung by a thread, shimmering in the balance. Leonidas, now king, faced an impossible decision. To meet this threat, he rallied a small force of 300 Spartans, his personal guard, the elite of the elite. They were not just soldiers, they were brothers, bound by a code that valued honor above life itself. As the Persian army approached, Leonidas chose to make a stand at the narrow pass of Thermopylae, the Hot Gates, a natural choke point where the massive Persian numbers would count for less. Here, the stage was set for one of history's most legendary last stands. For 3 days, the Spartans held the narrow pass, their bronze shields interlocked, their spears a forest of death to any who dared approach. With each wave of Persian assault, the Spartans' resolve deepened, their bravery turning to legend with every fallen enemy. Leonidas, towering above his men, became the heart of their defense. His voice, his spear, his indomitable will fused them into more than warriors. They became the embodiment of Spartan virtue, of unwavering resistance against tyranny. The Persians, bewildered by this small band of warriors who defied the might of an empire, sent wave after wave of soldiers, only to see them broken against Spartan discipline and courage. It was not until a traitor revealed a hidden path through the mountains that the Persian forces managed to outflank the Spartans. Faced with encirclement, Leonidas dismissed the bulk of his allies, keeping only his 300 Spartans and a few hundred others who refused to leave his side. He knew the end was near. Yet, in the face of certain death, Leonidas and his Spartans never wavered. On the final day, as the sun rose over Thermopylae, Leonidas and his Spartans fought with the ferocity of cornered lions. They fought not just for Sparta, but for the very idea of freedom, for a Greece that would live on, inspired by their sacrifice. When Leonidas fell, the battle did not end. It raged until every last Spartan lay beside their king. Their sacrifice was immortal, their names whispered by the winds that swept through the Hot Gates, where they stood their ground to the last. The Battle of Thermopylae was a defeat in the moment, but a victory in history. It galvanized the Greek states, uniting them like never before against a common enemy. The following year, the Greeks would see victory at Plataea, turning back the for all. Leonidas, the Lion of Sparta, lived and died by the sword, but his legacy was carved in the spirit of freedom. His valor turned the tide of history, proving that sometimes the heart of the few can outweigh the strength of the many. To this day, the spirit of Leonidas and his 300 Spartans echoes through time, a reminder that the brave few can indeed change the world.